Then you can't really see it because it's that small. There's a little bit of purple in here. From 2009 to 2010, we've started putting money in what's known as a stabilization fund, a savings account that we have set up for the city. Over time, we want to grow that. The city of Lowell should have about $15 million in its reserves. We kind of pushed the envelope a little bit with this excess levy capacity. When we count that, we should probably have more like 20 million. Right now, we have about 12 million dollars. So we're getting close to the 15. We really should have close to the 20, because you really shouldn't. Shouldn't probably be counting that. But in any event, so, we're turning it around from where we were in 2006 in this bad economy. Over the last several years, to be able to actually grow our reserves is a real feather in the cap of the city government.
It's a low risk investment, so you're not really making.
It's
much,
a low. Yeah,
you're
right.
not really making much in, like as far as like interest.
Oh, what we make?
Yeah.
We limited on where we can invest the money, right? So we can't put it in anything really risky.
Right. So yeah.
Yeah.
Hard to reward though.
Yeah, that's right. But if you lose the money, it's not.
The early 2000s when you had the heavy reserves?
Yes.
But that was when the state was requiring Lowell to do it?
Actually, the state was requiring us more to, this yellow stuff was put in more in 92, 93.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we did, of course the 90s were a boom period. You know, everything was growing in the 1990s. So in 2002, when that was at its peak, in large part that was a reaction to the growth, the development that was taking place in the late 1990s. It just sort of showed up then. But it definitely bottomed out here, and now we're climbing our way back out of it. How has it all been done? And this just reads, so I'll just go through these quickly. I talked about how we've cut positions, those 120 positions. For the most part, that's been done through incentives, and voluntary incentives, layoff incentives, or it prevented us from having to go in and actually lay people off. Of the 120 positions that have been eliminated, only 48 were actual layoffs. And many of those people have actually been brought back. We're down to about 35 people that were laid off that have not been brought back. Over time, we'll try to bring back some more. As I said, we're not going to be able to afford to bring jobs back for the most part. Our unions and our staff have made concessions. They've gone without raises. Many of you have gone without raises too, I know that. They've also done furloughs, and they work with us this year on the health insurance. We took steps to move people out of the expensive health plans, but then of course they actually agreed to some changes this year through negotiations. The public safety, we've cut that back, but in large part we've been able to afford to do that because we got grants. The police department's very good at getting grants, and they've been able to do that. This is the Medicare that I talked about. We elected not to fill vacancies. Not only do you save the average $50,000 a year in salary, but remember you save that $15,000 to $20,000 a year in health insurance, and the money that you might have to pay into workers' compensation or pensions. We've saved money in a lot of different places, literally millions of dollars in either savings or new revenues. For instance, we've gone out, we don't buy our electricity from National Grid. We don't buy our natural gas from National Grid. They transmit it to us. Our natural gas goes through the same pipelines as National Grid runs, but we buy our gas on the market. We go out and we get the lowest possible bid, and we lock in a price for a period of time. Same with electricity. That has saved us hundreds of thousands of dollars. We buy a lot. We've adopted conservative borrowing practices that cut down on our interest costs. We've implemented conservation measures in energy. The real benefit from those hasn't been seen yet because it's just being implemented now, but that will certainly pay off in the long run for us. We still have debt that's associated with that. When you borrow money to put on a new roof or put in a new heating system, you have to pay it back. That will be paid back by the energy savings and then some. We've also put in solar at a number of locations around the city. We're going to put it out at the landfill. So this is obviously and again, I can't stress enough the work that the departments have done on this, but also the support that we've received from the city council in making these things happen. Not only the support we've received from the city council, but the city council basically holds our feet to the fire to make these things happen. We've reorganized departments to create increased efficiency. That's how you're able to do the services that we do here in the city with so few people. Our solid waste program, hopefully it's still popular. Our maroon bins, the automated trash pickup. That has helped us increase our recycling. We're still not as high as we should be. The city of Worcester is 50%. The city of Lowell, a little over 20. We could be doing a lot better. But we have cut our costs. Automated trash pickup is much less expensive than regular trash pickup. We also negotiated where we send our trash, and we've cut down on the cost there by about 10% a ton. Ambulance. We have an ambulance, a private ambulance. We dispatch the ambulance. They charge. They do a great job. But they never gave us anything for the services we give them in order to run effectively. So we got zero, we now get $240,000 a year. The Spinners, great ball team. Great having them here in Lowell. They used to pay us zero. They now pay $190,000 a year. So we've picked up revenue there. We transferred the arena. I would have liked to have gotten more than $1 for it, but we were spending about $600,000 a year, or our deficit was $600,000 a year. By eliminating that, we saved that money. We purchased our streetlights. That saves us several $100,000 a year. Put in the hotel and meals tax. Now that's one that doesn't save us money, but if you will, we are a destination city. We bring in lots of people that come to our folk festival and our winter fest and our boarding house park series and everything else that we do here. There's a lot of people coming in from outside of Lowell. Let's have them pay some bills while they're here. So that's the thought process there. All told, we pick up about $1 million, $750,000 in meals tax, a little under $250,000 in rooms tax.
Just to go back to the Songus, just quickly.
Yep.
The university took the Songus in the center downtown.
Yes.
Yeah, they're having a lot of events at both now, a lot more. Does that help the city with the parking?
Yes.
The revenues?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, when they have concerts at the Songas and they fill up the AOT, we sold the Songas for $1, but we did insist that we hold on to Lot A, which is where the John Dark Credit Union parks. Also, that's the area that people park for the events, and we get $10 to $15 a car on that. So we do well on the parking.
Excuse me, you also got a parcel of land in that trade, right, on the boulevard? Where is that parcel exactly?
There were two other parts of this. One was the lot next to the arena. We sold that for $800,000, and they've agreed to let us participate in the plans to develop that.
Right.
Hopefully that will be a hotel as well as some other business uses. Then there was also a throw-in piece of swampland.
It wasn't the old drive-in theater on the boulevard?
No, that's owned by the Market Basket people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's on the other side of the boulevard. It's basically across from the old Maycon, the old wedding facility up there, somewhere in there.
Does Market Basket plan to develop on that land?
Don't know. It would be nice, but they haven't. I've talked to them a little bit about it, but nothing firm. They're even close to firm at this point.